Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. So today we'll be checking out another smart home device, and this time is a smart deadbolt lock from the company Elemake. Just like many smart locks out there, this aims to simplify the user access while at the same time improving the security of their home. Let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing. Inside the box you get some paperwork and it contains the user manual, a quick startup guide with solutions to common problems. And it's also a guide to help you drill the required hole sizes on your doors to set this up, and it gives you all the dimensions that you will need. Inside you will also find two small RFID cards and two sets of keys with a tiny rubber suction cup, as well as an ejection sim tool. So this smart lock comes with the usual parts that you get with the Deadbolt. There's the back set with the latch plate, it also includes the strike plate and a couple of screws. The installation of this was incredibly easy. If you already have a Deadbolt lock, then this will be super easy and quick to install. Since the front door already has a deadbolt, all the holes were already drilled for me, so all I had to do was just switch it out. When you're installing this, just make sure you follow the instructions and route the cable underneath and not over so you don't end up damaging it. The smart lock has a very nice design and there are no physical dials on the interface. It's just a large touchpad with a fingerprint reader indented on the top right. The frame is made of metal, primarily of zinc alloy and a little bit of plastic. This is designed to endure outdoor weather, and with the IP65 rating, it should fare well against rain and keep dust out. So at the bottom, there's a silicone flap that hides the micro USB that is used to charge the small battery that's inside. The backplate has an exterior metal shell and it's quite hefty. Since this smart lock is battery operated, it requires 4 AA batteries that are stored on the back here. You can remove the cover by pressing down on this button here and then sliding the cover up. So the batteries are not included, so make sure you purchase some batteries before this arrives so you can get this up and running right away. So this smart lock uses low power, so it's supposed to last you a very long time. I don't know exactly how long this will last you, and it will differ from person to person depending on how many times you interact with it. I have been using this for a month and the battery still reads 100% on the app. I will give you guys an update in the comment section when I need to replace the batteries, so that way you can get an idea of how long it will be until you need to replace the batteries. Now if the battery does happen to die when you're away and you also don't have your keys with you, you can use a power bank to power the door lock to get in. And that's if you have a power bank and a micro USB cable in your car. So if you happen to have those two things instead of a key in your car, then you can temporarily power the smart lock and get in without the key. There are a couple ways to unlock this. This is a 6-in-1, so you have the option of using your fingerprint, a PIN code, using the RF card, through your phone via Bluetooth, over Wi-Fi, and the final way is by using a traditional key. If you want to use the key, there is a little magnetic cover that you will need to remove to access the keyhole. You can either use the small suction cup that they included to remove it, or you can use the SIM ejection tool that they also included to slide into a gap and push it out of the way. Now you can keep the cover off if it's too much work. It would have been more convenient if the cover could just slide over. I think that would have been much better since everyone would be able to access it quickly without the need of a tool. Because of this, I decided to keep the cover off. You can also use your fingernails, but it takes a couple of tries and nobody wants to be out there fiddling with the cover. So the best feature on this is that you can give out temporary codes to family members or friends that expire within a certain amount of time. You can have this be good for a one-time use or work for 24 hours or a couple of days. You can set the start date and end date that the temporary code will work for. And this way you don't need to give out the actual code. And this is great if you're going to be out of town and you want someone to check on your pets or plants while you're away. Now you will need to be within range of the door lock to set this up, unless you bought the gateway, which also allows you to do it over Wi-Fi. To control the smart lock remotely, you can do so through the Tuya app or the Smart Life app. It will connect via Bluetooth, so you will have to be within range to make any changes to the lock remotely. This also gives you the option to connect it to Google Assistant or Alexa so you can control it over Wi-Fi, but you will need to purchase the gateway separately to achieve this. I don't have the gateway, so I haven't tested how stable it is over Wi-Fi. From the app you can set up a passcode. The minimum digits are 6 numbers. You can also set up individual passcodes for each family member if you want, or you can just have one for everyone to use. From here you can also set up the RF card and your fingerprints. Setting up the fingerprints was very easy, just follow the instructions on the phone. Through the app you can also get a history list of who interacted with the door lock. You can also have this send you a notification on your phone when there are multiple failed attempts. So when the keypad isn't lit up, you can't see any numbers on this. You will have to wake the system before you enter the code. You can wake it up by waving your palm across the screen. You can also tap on it, but I found that tapping doesn't work as well. The fastest way to unlock this is through the fingerprint, which has been working well for the past few weeks. This is my preferred way of unlocking it because it's super fast. It is incredibly convenient when you're carrying groceries with you. You don't have to reach into your pocket to get the key out. Now if you happen to have the gateway, then it becomes even more convenient. You can just ask your assistant to unlock your door via voice commands a couple of seconds before you start walking up to the door. An awesome feature on this is that it supports automatic locking, and this makes sure that the door remains locked every time it opens and closes. You can enable this by setting up the door sensor on the inside. You can disable this from the app when you don't want it to keep locking on its own. Overall, this smart lock has been working good for the past month. I have not had any major issues with this so far. The only issue that I encountered with this is that it sometimes shows as locked in the app when it isn't locked. And this has happened twice in the last month. Maybe a software update would fix this. I don't know if this happens when it is over Wi-Fi. So I would have loved to see the gateway built into this and for this to have a sliding keyhole cover. Alright, so that does it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe for more tech related videos, and I will talk to you on the next one.